Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and send the drone up and get a little bit of drone footage of what we're doing. Thought the rain for 2 days and then 37 degrees this morning. I sure was hoping. I sure was hoping that the black flies would have abated, but they have not. Yeah, the Tech Sumo is coming along. Look forward to maidening it in the coming days. It's so funny. This 15 years ago I set it up, and I'm going in there and looking at how I set it up, and it's just so funny that I had really no great understanding of how our friends at OpenTX did stuff. I put a little bit of grease on my helis this morning, for better or worse. Now this one, the battery just got charged, so we're hoping that that thing's going to work out all right. So we don't want to crash into the drone, but we would like to get some decent drone footage of these things flying around. Holy crap, the black flies are angry that it got called. So when I first started flying helicopters, I started flying, the first collective pitch one was the 450 millimeter version, and you could buy 2 of them at Hobby King and get them up in the air for about half as much as you could the name brand ones. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, these batteries have been sitting charged longer than I like. Shouts, rowdies. Glad they enjoyed our just stupid offerings. They're so kind. In the Tube Deep's fun talking with you. We learned some stuff about each other. In all fairness, when he and I were talking about things, you didn't explain yourself well. So we are more alike than dissimilar. Yeah, I've known that dude for about 10 years now, I think, or more. Didn't know one thing about him. Turns out he's a fairly stand-up fella. Yeah, so here's the plan. We want to mow the field today. In fact, I'm going to lobby that I'll come back in the afternoon or evening to get it done. That way, tomorrow morning, which is date day, my wife has put her hoof down and she wants out of that rig and wants to go, actually she'd like to go see if she can volunteer at a hospital. So what we're going to do manjana is go to the local hospital and see if she can just do anything volunteering wise. There's 2 local hospitals I want her to look at. There's one in Caribou and then there's one here in Presque Isle. And it would be nice to see if she could do something a day a week or so she can kind of get out and be in the real world with folk instead of the ideal world where she hangs out with me and the dogs all the time. I mean, you know, we get boring. Anyway, so here's how the week is shaping up. Yesterday it rained all day. Here it's different than it is at home. When it rains, it's a gosh darn torrential downpour, and it's of biblical proportions, and it's just lightning. I mean, the only thing missing is the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Yeah, it's like that. Here, it's just usually a nuisance drizzle, you know, nuisance. Yeah, basically AMRC, Alex. I just put these batteries on charge the day of, and they fly like wonderful. They just don't hold a charge. I'd like to say it's smart battery technology, but you know it ain't. It's just probably a flaw in them when they discharge. They have a circuit that stays running, and they simply discharge. So things are a little fluid, if you will. Ralph says if it's too wet down here, we'll just go ahead and mow tomorrow. I can't. Here's what I'll do. I'll come back today and I'll mow when the grass dries up after lunch, and then I'm gonna slip out here tomorrow morning with my big planes, and because Princess won't be ready to move until about 10 a.m. Well, hell, I'll be home by an hour by then. That is just such a lovely, lovely little. This is what started it all. Well, actually, George. Thank you, George. George bought, I think, I don't know, the MD500 coffee grinder, and in doing so, boy, I'm like, man, that's sweet. And I says, well, you know what? I'm cheap, and I'll just go ahead and look into getting one of these bad boys first. Well, I bought one from actually the company that made them, and whoever that turd was is they sent it to the wrong address. God dang, that's bright. They sent it to some dude in Ohio or something, and of course they're dragging feet with me. I'm like, man, y'all are killing me. I'd like my stuff. And they go, well, we want to see if he'll ship it back. I go, no, this is America. That dude is not going to ship anything back. Not happening. All that dude wants to do is, he didn't know he needed a helicopter until then. So, yeah. And they figured out, now he ain't gonna, and then they finally mailed me mine. And then within a couple of days, I dropped it in the bushes, and in doing so, created a situation where upon I burnt, it wasn't supposed to do this. Actually, they advertised about if you bind the blades up, it's not going to hurt anything. Well, that's apparently not true. It does and did. And it burnt the little board out. Well, I went ahead and bought me another board. They're cheap as beans. And, oh wait, we done? Oh, we're done with this one. They were cheap as beans.
Throttle hold.
And, bought a new board and a new helicopter. And as such, let's put this back in here. Yeah, I got me kind of a battery box on the side. So what I do is keep charged batteries in them, basically. That's what I do. That's how I roll. Let's do the MD500. Yeah, some dude bought one of these things and he bought like 5 batteries. I'm like, holy crap. You'll never use them. I'll tell you, this one that's getting a little plumpy plump, if it doesn't fit in there properly, I will be giving it the old heave-ho, because I think I have 2 more. It's 15 minutes of flying per battery. You get tired of flying. Okay, so here's the plan. Ralph comes out, he will say, nah, it's too wet to mow. Then I'll probably go ahead and mow the parking area because they ain't gonna hurt it. And then come back out and mow the field, and then in the afternoon. And then come on back home and pack in for the morning and bring all my whirly gigs out, the fixed wing anyway, to fly tomorrow morning. What? Wait a minute now, I know I had that thing charged. It may not be charging anymore. I not know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be darned. Well, we didn't take the MD500 up. have a charged battery for it? We're going to go ahead and see what the other batteries are doing. This thing may not be keeping a charge anymore. It's bloaty bloat. We're gonna try that. That's battery number 3. Let's see if battery number 2 happens to be charged. I had it turned up with its number. Anyway, I want to get this thing mowed, and I can bring my twatter out tomorrow. I got oh man, tell you what, I bought wing bags. Now I won't really be able to use it for the twatter because I didn't consider this. I have props on my wings, but they will be used for total transport. Like when I'm, yeah, I don't think that one's got it either. We shall see. We'll be looking for it for total transport. You know, when I'm going home. But they can be easily transported carefully on my dog bed. In the back of the truck. The other wings that are on the well, I do not want to hit that thing. That would be unfortunate. It'd be a good video, but it would be unfortunate.
9 minutes.
I think that thing's charged. That other one may not be holding the charge anymore. We'll see. Oops, it's time to land. That was low too. Landing. It might have been naturally low.
Throttle hold.
I just need to get the grease running around in here anyway. Let's see if the other battery happens to be pointing up. I doubt it. I'm going to charge all these, what I'm going to do. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Okay, got a little bit of MD500 time. Coffee grinder time. Okay, your disjointed pal Brian will speak again. So the plan is to get this thing mowed today so I can get out here tomorrow and fly, and then come back out Wednesday morning and fly. And then after that, what's going to happen is rain. Haven't looked at the hourlies, but rain is a-coming at the end of the week.
Takeoff. Stabilize mode. 0 volts.
My poor wife. That's all I got to say. Just to hang out with me. I have, I think I told y'all this. So this is the SQ12, and it's a shame because they're fixing to discontinue, or I think it's discontinued around the universe. And it's just a great camera. And then I bought the SQ28 thinking that surely that thing's going to be worth a darn. Not worth a darn. It is not.
Landing. Takeoff. Throttle active. 0 volts.
Terrible. However, it's small. And it looks like they might have put a SQ12 size battery in the thing. And the significance of that is
battery critical.
It may be too low to fly. Now I have another battery that's fully charged. I just want to take this one up. Yeah, they gave a procedure the other day that you can use for this to lower the head speed.
7.9 volts.
And give yourself some relief. Mine's flying, so I'm not going to do anything like that. Yeah, I'll put up with that slow yaw rate. This thing's for kids. It's for your 14-year-old. so that's the plan. Ralph's going to be out here about 8:30 or so. We're going to take the old lawnmower off. I'm going to probably go ahead and mow the parking area. Ooh, the black flies are bad.
7.8 volts.
Yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and did the right thing and put that bug dope on. I put it on the hat and then I started noticing. You can see them all flying. It's terrible. I got a little flight out of this half battery. I should have bought 2 more of them lights. In fact, why not? I'll go through the history and see if I can get 2 more of those lights. Yeah, what's going to suck is, this is AMRC's gripe along with mine. I hate using proprietary batteries. I mean, I really do. Because eventually they're going to put the bed and they're not going to make any more batteries. And these things become static models. And that's a shame. These things need to be flown.
7.6 volts.
I'll tell you what will happen. Probably next year these batteries will start aging out. And what I'll do is end up in the future bumping up to 450 size. You know, these things take up enough room to where I can go ahead and, you know, for all their space, get a 450 size one, you know, with GPS and something that's, well, I mean, not to say that these aren't impressive, but, all right, the landing. Yeah, I have a full battery for this and we're going to fly it again.
Low battery.
Landing.
7.5 volts.
Ooh, we want to stay out of the grass.
Low battery. Throttle home.
Just shut it on. Yeah, the head speed's outrageous. Now, I guess somehow they think it gives it.
Low battery.
Yeah, it thing spins nicely. You know, to oil or not to oil. Well, as far as regular
Low battery.
bearings go, you know, they're sealed.
Telemetry lost.
But this kind of stuff is closer to bushings, not bearings. And like I said, some guys have really done a great job putting. And I mean, not only did they
Throttle active.
not only did they upgrade theirs, but they the other thing they did was they make sure that thing is seated 100%. Yeah. They basically left all the links and everything that you need to make it happen.
7.6 volts. Telemetry recovered.
But I'm not that bored. I have plenty of stuff to do. Yeah, this thing was acting wonky the other day. I went to fire it up, and it was acting weird.
Throttle hold.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Throttle
ahead.
active.
Oh, my aircraft is wanting to land. Let's let it land now.
8.3 volts.
Yeah, I left the little joker up there. Yeah, I set my low batteries very conservatively.
Landing.
Right in the grass. Okay, we'll put this stuff up as needed.
8.2 volts.
I still got a camera running over there. Anyway, I had to just reset that thing because it was acting wonky. So, that's my plan, kids, and my disjointed trying to fly and run my mouth at the same time. What we'll do is get this thing mowed today is my plan.
High rates.
Okay,
High rates.
that'll help. That's my plan. And in doing so, we shall have me ready to fly tomorrow for my twatter, because I can't fly that thing on here if it's like the grass is long right now. I don't think I can fly it on here. That's as fast as she goes.
7.9 volts.
Get her on the deck, but don't want to crash it. Flying into them trees. So what was I going to share with you? Yeah, I want to fly tomorrow. Fly my twatter. It's supposed to be dead wind like right now. That would make me happy. Happy, happy, happy.
7.8 volts.
Okay, now it's time to get some cheesy video. It's dead calm here, I can get the cheesy video. Yeah, shouts. I've already mentioned AMRC, and I've been conversing back and forth. I always find his end of the universe very, very interesting.
Volts.
Yeah, if not anything, what it's taught me is that we're all pretty much alike. But I knew that. You know what's nice about stomping through the weeds here? Is you don't have to worry about getting snake bit. Let's not get a fingertip here.
7.6 volts. Low battery.
What? Come on, I feel like I've been playing it for 2 minutes. All right, remember I set these things very conservatively. And what it'll do is it'll set down. It'll set down if it gets pissed anyway. All right, now we're going to move on to the micros. So these are, I don't know, 350 size.
Low battery.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I got her going that time. It's that nanny board
Low
on
battery. 7.4 volts.
there. Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, that nanny board was screwing with it.
Low battery.
I knew it was quicker than that generally. This thing's 500 feet
Low
long.
battery.
I took Google Maps the other day and did the measuring deal. Yeah.
Battery critical.
Okay. Landing. Oh man, am I getting bit on my face yet again? Ah, terrible creatures.
7.3 volts. Low battery. Throttle hold.
Yeah, this thing is nothing shy of awesome, is what it is. So you're on board with my able plan. Let's get this thing mowed so I can mow tomorrow. So I can fly tomorrow morning, and then I've got to take my wife out on a date tomorrow. She is, like I said, going nuts. And
Low battery.
of course, this is on her own accord. She's a maniac anyway. She can go anytime she wants.
Low battery. 7.2.
We're gonna go do lunch, and then there's a local place that not only serves great food, but it's also a bowling alley. See if we can't go bowling. We haven't been bowling in forever and a day. Okay, so let's see. I gotta put this thing up. We'll probably pull them all out again. So let's take the the mini MD 500 for a fly. I'd been wanting to do this for some time, but I keep getting the didn't have the battery charged somehow. My sunglasses are polarized, and
Switch warning. Flight mode 3. Binding.
I have to turn the screen sideways. Yeah, I'll get a cheesecake picture of all 5 of these things out here in a minute. Yeah, I don't have anything planned for the balance of the week. I'm a little bummed out. I hope, though, what's happened is we're here before the season, if you will. And as such, you know, the communities don't do a whole lot of their community stuff until, like, the kids are out of school. Yeah, it's a little more throaty than it was when I first bought it and didn't crash it. It's the only one I've crashed. Well, that's not true. I crashed the Bell Jet Ranger the hard way. Yeah, this one's just amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. 250 size, roughly 250 millimeter. The other one's a 350, and I'd like to have 450 and 500 size ones. If I was rich, but I'm not. Yeah, 500 size would be nice. They got that Sterling kit. Oh, the crap! They rebrand a lot of this stuff, but they have this one metal. I forget what it is, but it's one of the big canopy ones, the old school. But it's all metal. Holy crap! It's beautiful. It's like $1,000. Amazing. Communicated with our old pal previously from San Diego, and that San Diego Ute fan. Talked with him the other day actually we spoke on the phone, but we also spoke in text. He's doing great. Anything about Mormons and any type of group like that, Christians, Catholics, it doesn't matter. But you arrive to a new community, and when you're devout, you have you almost have a ready-made community waiting on you. You all have a commonality, and it's very welcoming, he said. You have this amazing commonality. Of course, Dale, you and I talk very nearly daily. Actually, I think we're going to break down and communicate on a telephone. It's resolutely boring. I always laugh, because when I finally talk, I've done this about 12, 15 times. When you finally talk to your pen pal, it's seamless. It's like you've always known each other. That's just sweet, ain't it? Except there's a gyro on it. And gyros are evil. Evil! They're, you know what? They're evil. I think I told y'all the first 450 I made 15 years ago, or assembled, all I had was a tail rotor on it. I say tail rotor gyro on it. That was it. You had to handle the pitch, and you had to handle the roll. And they did that by having their balanced bait, or they had what is known as a fly bar. And that was your helper. And then we went to fly bar less, and then now you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You know, they've gotten so far ahead. But the problem I got is it's still pod and boom, and I actually always secretly wanted this kind of stuff. So pod and boom really doesn't work for me. This is me. You know, your mileage, as always, may vary. Pretty cool AMRC. Your wife went camping with you and went to an aircraft-related situation. I think you truly ought to consider the virtues of keeping her. Probably ought to keep her. Probably ought to keep your baby mama. Virginia Bareback Boy. Excellent video. Excellent. Flying the butt fan, which, by the way, you don't need a license for. It just drives me crazy. What else? Oh, Ralph reported that one of our shed door hinges is busted off. So we need to look at that. This thing is awesome. I got one battery for it, it's what kills me. And then trying to buy others, I think I mentioned previously, it's almost the cost of the aircraft. I'm going to keep looking though. And they're very confusing. I think I told y'all I bought the wrong battery. I think I bought batteries for the flying pill. And they're back at home. Because I was going to do is go ahead and spring for, go ahead and just buy the flying pill since I got the batteries. I'm like, I got enough. This is enough. This is 5. And they all don't get flown as much as I'd like. So there you have it, guys. Your disjointed musing pal Brian had a lovely weekend with the wife. Man, oh man, just did nothing but hang out. And the dogs, they don't care about the weather, so I ran them. Didn't matter. They're labs, so they get wet for a living. It's their job. How long have I been flying this? Like a week to 10 days? And then today rolls around. Ralph and I are going to do, what's neat about this is that the grass is pretty short. What's neat about this is the grass grows in about every 4 days early in the season. There we go. We got the light. And then as the season progresses, you can go once a week without mowing. It's awesome. All right, you're going to fly one more thing with me and then I'll shut up. So yeah, that's our plan today, is to
Throttle active.
Is to enjoy field management. I'm going to get out here before my date with my wife and fly, since I'm already awake and she won't be ready to go until you can smell the heat here. Interesting. Yeah, the heat on the that's interesting too. That battery's warm. The one of course everything's in the sunlight. So yeah, tomorrow I come out and fly my stuff before date night. Or date afternoon.
Binding.
Take wife to see if we can get her a part-time volunteer job. I think I have 2 batteries for this. and then go have lunch and see what it takes to go bowling at the bowling alley. These are small communities, so I imagine I think they have like 10 lanes. I would just suspect they are busy as a nine-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. But at least we can figure out when we can go. In fact, we may just make a bowling date if they won't let us bowl because they've got something going on. God, I hadn't bowled in years. That was terrible. Used to belong to a league when I was a kid. We were so poor. You didn't have air conditioning, and when I was young, and the summer rolled around, and it was, I don't know, $20 for a league summer. $20 in 1975, 6, and that's so cool. The guys who are talented repaint this stuff. I'm not talented like that. Dale, I'm glad Josh got a clean bill of health. I think you said something in one of your videos about her dancing the other day. That was awesome. Young Cassie, who's going to be a vital member of our society. Cynthia, Gretchen, Vanessa. Of course, ridiculously beautiful Vanessa.
5 minutes.
My pal George, who got me hooked on these little scales. I was hoping they'd be worth a darn. I think George ran into one or two that wasn't worth a darn. There's other manufacturers, XK and some others, and I think he delved into the ones that ain't worth a darn, unfortunately. I think he has only one, maybe, best I can recall. He gets butt hurt like I do. I get mad at a manufacturer. I will say this, though. I didn't buy anything through RCERA again. I just, yes. You're thinking, oh, I'll just buy from the manufacturer and everything will be cool. Nope. These people are idiots. Whoever they got selling their stuff is idiots. They're different from their, whoever sells the stuff is different from whoever makes them. Because this thing is unbelievable.
4 minutes.
I think it just went 35 miles an hour. Let's see. Nah. Yeah, about 15, 20, maybe. Pretty cool. It'll be in the 80s, temperature-wise, next week. I don't know what that is outside of Freedom units, but it's, let's say it's going to be hot. We're getting into summer. Of course, the locals are all happy. I just find it ironic that it'll be 39 degrees this morning, and then that's crazy fast. It'll be 84 in a few days. Yeah, I can fly a helicopter. That's what I started out with. I think I told you I started getting nervous. I got up to the 550 size, and that could kill you. The 450 could kill you, but you'd have to hit you in the throat exactly right. But the 550 size would kill you graveyard dead. And I respected that thing, and there's never a time when I fired it up that my feet weren't sweating. Other news, gearing up for the parasailer. Just looking at my battery. That's going to be fun. I got to scratch my head. And I think I told y'all I got it figured out. You have to train yourself to have a little wind. If you don't have a little wind, it's okay, but just a little bit of wind. Teach yourself how to inflate the airfoil. And it's an overhand procedure. Do not use full throttle. Go ahead and set throttle curves in there for about 40-50%.
2 minutes.
There's a guy that absolutely did a great job teaching how to launch. Excellent. One out of 500 YouTube videos. This guy, He figured it out. Man, it's so funny. You can get that thing 500, no, not 500, it'd be 400 feet away. Still see it. This light should start blinking here pretty soon. One cell battery. Can you believe it? Just insane. Tell you what, we will give this battery a break and we'll fly the other battery and I'll be done running my mouth. So, okay. Learn how to inflate it, test it, come out and test it. It needs to be heavier, not crazy heavy, but heavier. The more wind, the more heavier you want it. I'm going to go ahead and put a sheet of,
Throttle hold.
I bought some zinc tire weight stick one the other day. We'll put those in the trike. Additionally, I shall set the throttle curve for the thing for 40%, 40 and 50.
Binding. Throttle active.
Teach myself how to toss it. Just come out and do dry runs, teaching myself how to toss the thing. Taking off. The brake lines or the control lines got reports that they're entirely too long. They're supposed to be 32 inches or whatever millimeter, 32 inches, and one guy who he looked ahead of time and he found that his were slack at 32 inches and ran them down to 28. He's suggesting to everyone, do not run your stuff down to 28. What you need to do is just make sure that your lines aren't slack when your canopy is full of air when it's been deployed.
6 minutes.
So cool. The silhouette at 400 feet is just lovely on this thing. It's 250 size. Never get tired flying helicopters. So what I'm going to do is take mine out front. The first thing I'm going to do is measure it and knot it up to 32 inches. Take it out in front of my rig and just try to inflate it and see what it looks like. And then have it slated for get it ready to have it reduced in its overall length. But it's kind of like, in my opinion, flying my little. I see some lights. No, it's me. It's like hand launching and landing my my beautiful little Warthog.
5 minutes.
Might be running out of battery. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's not blinking. Under the skirt. Once you get that, and me, mildly insane, I don't always plop it down right. I broke the nose this year already. But kind of once you get it though, the hand launching and landing, everything's great. But it's perilous prior to that, because what you end up doing is tearing up equipment, and that's what people did with that. I watched video after video of people tearing up that parasail. But I've got it figured out what I need to do to make it, fairly successful. McMoyer, fine job painting airplanes.
4 minutes.
Mike Evans, pretty cool watching you fly around the hood. Yeah, I heard that controller it's almost innate. People do not complain about that controller at all. I think it's that joystick controller that you use on the Avata 360. Just talked another friend out of putting down money on the X-Wing fighter. God, that's $1,800 pre-sale, and it's not been reviewed. No one has reviewed it. Yeah, there has been a couple of people that pulled it out of the box and stared at it, but I'm sure they have the NDAs, and what they're doing is waiting until they're given the go-ahead to review it, which of course will be a glowing review because you just got through been given a $2,000 item. Don't wait.
3 minutes.
These companies are famous for letting you be the lab rat. Because it's a disappointment. It's disappointment waiting. Like, man, I just love to have that thing in my hands. And it's disappointment once you get it in your hands and it turns out to be a piece of crap. So why not be disappointed and still have $2,000 in your wallet? Whole lot easier. Yeah, what I'm gonna do here is wait for I got 5 batteries for this thing. I'd like to have had 5 batteries for the other one. An MD500 rocks. Not that the Bell doesn't, but it's got gravitas. Yeah, this is like a V2 of the Radiomaster, and what I would like is one with a larger processor in it, because you put images on here of your cool airplanes and stuff, and that takes up a lot of the little processor's energy. I don't know what these were, less than $100 a piece, honestly. Ooh, changes. I mentioned that not only here at my RV park that's changed hands to the adult son, and hopefully he'll be able to make it go. I actually did the math on that.
1 minute.
He out of the seasonal guys, he's going to make at least $50K, and I'm guessing that property had been paid for since the 60s, and so I say since the 60s, yeah, but it's been paid for a long time. And I hope he can weather this deal out with, he got the double whammy. He had to raise his rates by more than a third to make it economically viable for himself. Still got oh, there we go.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's about exactly right on the timer. But wouldn't you know, his first season out proper,
20,
freaking
19,
gas prices
17,
are outrageous.
16, 15, 14,
Landing.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, throttle hold.
And then the one up in North Carolina, it looks like they must have found another business venture, and they've turned it over, the day-to-day running, to looks to be a lovely young couple. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and as always, see ya.